The rusty Cadet 1884 Trapdoor rifle. It's another interesting gun I picked up on an online auction. Another one of these buys I had that the gun was rusted when I bought it. Rusted real bad. And I didn't know, it just said Trapdoor rifle, and it showed some pictures of it, and I picked it up on a whim. Didn't really pay a ton of cash for it, but it did, from the photos, look pretty rugged. Yeah, as I was saying, the auction just listed it as a Trapdoor rifle, and they couldn't quite see the date on the breech, and that was it. So when I got it and received it, I knew it was rusted. And if you look, it don't look quite that bad right now. And it's going to get me. And it was pretty rusty all the way around. Somebody just left this poor gun out somewhere where it was damp, and it got wet. But then when examining the breech, I figured out the date. I don't know if we can see it. It's 1884. Okay, and as I was checking the serial numbers and looking at the gun, I kind of noticed something strange about it. It wasn't kind of like my other Trapdoors. And I realized it was a Cadet rifle. From the serial numbers, it was made in 1893, the last year, and I think they made 5,000 that year. So that was pretty neat. I'll flip it over here. And like I said, see the trigger guard, and that's rusted pretty bad. The barrel bands are rusted. The rear sight was rusted up. I might try to get the numbers on. But when I got it, it looked a lot worse than this. And I was nervous. I said, man, I think I might have took a loss on this one. But I heard a lot about this product, never used it, the Ballistol, and I put some of this on there, and I mean, it took the rust away, stopped it. This whole thing was like orange. This whole gun was like orange, and it didn't look good. The bore too. The bore's got some light surface rust in it, kind of like the rust on the outside, not the deep pitting or anything. And the stock, I believe the cartouche is under there. You can barely see the P on there. I think the stock, somebody sanded it lightly and then tried to refinish it, because it must have been all moldy in that. So actually not a bad deal. And even with the light rust in there, I actually taken this out and just test fired it, and it shot well. So we're going to do some more work with it. I thought about selling it after I cleaned it up, but I changed my mind. And the reason is, I've never had a Cadet rifle before. And I'll get another one up here and we'll show you the differences. They're pretty neat. Basically what a Cadet is your comb, your wrist, your stock is different, and your barrel's a little shorter. It's basically a lightened version of the gun. It was designed for teenagers in military academies to march with. So the gun is kind of scaled down slightly, the Cadet rifles. I've never had one. It was kind of by luck that I got this. So let me get the other 1873 up and we'll go side by side with them. Now we'll take a look side by side. The first thing you'll notice about a Cadet is it does have a shorter barrel. That's a dead giveaway. And basically, I think the only difference then is, I think the receivers and the locks and all that are the same. It's just the stocks are different. Trying to get a look here. If you see where this is kind of a, see the wrist is different. This is thinner and lighter. This is heavier. And then the stock is shaped even differently. This is a narrower, lighter scaled down gun, kind of a sleeker version, which is pretty neat. It's a nicer handling gun than the service rifle. But that's about the differences. If you buy the book, I had that book and I reviewed it. It'll give you this one here. If you buy this book, I mean, it gives you exact measurements and tells you each and every variant of sights and everything on there. It explains all of this in detail. And it gives you the exact measurements. I just did a quick measurement. The lock plate's the same dimensions. But he'll tell you the measurements on the stock and all that. And like I said, the stock's different. It's a little bit handier, lighter, a little bit shorter rifle. But again, another one of my I take a chance. I could have got burned, but we ended up with something that might shoot well. And actually, we're going to take this out to the range here in a few days and make another video of us shooting some of my Cadet carbine loads and some full power loads through it. But another interesting find, the rusty Cadet rifle. And it's another one we're going to get out here and be shooting soon.